All right.
Morning, everybody. Chris Jobin with Flatlander Kennels. Ellie's making me do a dog of the day. He's here videoing for us. But we're here at Habitat Flats Kennels. Beautiful facility. My buddy Eric Tizon runs this place. He's gone today to his son's graduation party, so we're going to play in the water today. We got Granger. He's owned by Matt Yoakum out of Colorado. He's a 5-year-old Grand Hunter Retriever champion, master hunter, and MNR. He's got 2 master national passes. Real nice dog. We're doing a little bit of abbreviated setup today. It's a Saturday. We don't want to be here until dark. So we're running a little double, and the first mark out will be left to right out in the water. It's about 75 yards, somewhere in there. And just kind of down the shore in all the junk in the water. And the go-bird will come out here and splash out here in these trees. Pick up that double and then run a blind through this. So what we're doing is, this is pretty trashy water with stick-ups and logs and all that stuff. And we don't have a lot of that at the kennel, but we do have some of it. And if the dogs say they cheat the bank, they try to cheat the bank, it's a no here, resend. Or if they can't, so everything looks like a duck in the water. You'll see when you get to look at the water. And so getting my dogs used to floating stuff in the water and try to find them birds with their eyes when they get out there. And if for some reason they can't find that bird, we'll rethrow the setup. We have time today to do all that. Some of these birds are floating really, really low in the water. The wind's at our back today, so it's not helping hardly at all. So like I said, if he screws up and he doesn't find that mark or whatever, we'll rerun it just for his confidence, just to figure out what's floating in this water. So this is Granger. Like I said, we're getting ready for the Grand. Walking out on Grand level control to the bucket, all that stuff. But let's see how this goes. Come on, bud. Heel. 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 Come on, bud. Heel. Heel. You'll see all this stuff in the water. What I'm going to do is I'll blow a duck call, and I'm just going to shoot out here to get the test started, the setup started. That mark will come out left to right, kind of lands out there by that tree, and then this mark will come out here and land out here. This has been hit or miss work today. Some dogs have seen that mark and just really stepped on it, and other dogs have missed it, and it's real low in the water, and they've gone long, and we've had to call them back, and then we rerun them. Dogs that have hunted quite a bit seem to do this, as long as they don't cheat this, they seem to do this mark really well, or better than most, because they use their eyes in the water real well. And that's what we're doing today. We've got time to spend some time down here, rerun, do that sort of thing, teaching these dogs to look and use their eyes in all this stuff. Because some of this stuff out here looks like ducks. So they go out there and they go over there, they may check that out, and I'm letting them check it out. Then they've got to, I'm not handling them off of that. I'm letting them check it out. I'm letting them figure it out. But what happens is they go to the right, then they get screwed up and they don't know where they're going because everything looks like a duck. So a lot of patience today, just rerun the stuff if we have to. All right, here we go. Granger. Yeah, everything looks like a duck. And if they have troubles finding it, all I'm doing is just stopping them and handling them to the bird. Not a big deal. They got to get used to this stuff in the water. So this mark here is sinking already, and it's really close to that tree. So, and Granger's hunted quite a bit, so he's a heck of a hunting dog, so hopefully he can figure this deal out. But like I said, if he does it, it's not a big deal. We'll just rerun it. Come on. Good. Come on, bud. Come on. Good. Heel. 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 Granger. Just like that. He was going right at the bird.
It's that one little stump.
That's all it takes.
Is getting dogs
Everything
all day.
looks like a bird.
Yeah.
He's looking over here now too. That's all it takes. So he's, like I said, he's a hunting dog. So he's picked up birds and cripples that have floated off, those sort of things. And he was going right at the duck. I mean, right at it. But that's why we're here today. That's why we're doing this, because he was running right at that bird. That one little thing, and then it screwed him all up. And everything looks like a bird. Heel, heel, sit, heel. This will be a little bit longer video. We're gonna rerun this now. Heel. We're not gonna run the blind yet. We're gonna rerun the marks, then we'll run the blind. Heel. Here. Sit. So that's all it takes for a handle. I mean, that's why we're training this stuff. That's why you have to have a lot of patience. You can't get overly upset, because heel. In the grand scheme of things, guys, they're hunting dogs. So it's stuff like this happens. You just gotta deal with it. Here. Come here. Here. Come here. Sit. Ranger. Come on. And the last thing you don't want to do, the last thing you want to do on a dogs like this that are learning to work this stuff here, is get upset. You start putting a bunch of collar pressure on them and get over there, that sort of thing, like an idiot. Then everything out here is scary to them. You don't want to make this scary. You want to make them confident. And that comes from rerunning and using attrition. Heel. Not a bunch of pressure. Here. Here. Ranger. This is a Grand Hunter Retriever champion, guys. This dog has, I think he's got one fail on a weekend hunt test his entire life. So with me. So I mean, this is a damn good dog too. So and this just happens. I mean, he's a hunting dog. He looks like a duck. That's where they go. So, but if this is a belly up drink, he'll go right to it. But we got a lot of hens and stuff here, and the water's brown, so everything kind of disappears. So that's just a rerun, not a big deal. Good. So we're gonna run this blind right here. Heel. 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 Sit. So I have things I'm gonna hit on this blind. Sit. In my mind, I've made boundaries on this blind. Heel. Heel. First thing, you gotta go through the keyhole. The first keyhole, that second keyhole. You gotta get through there, navigate, and get through there, and then finish it off. Now, everybody sees that orange ribbony thing out there. What it is, it's leaves wrapped around a blind pole. And we did something really cool the other day. We got an app, and I can't remember what the app was, but it's through a dog's eyes, and dogs see blues and yellows. It's the craziest. I never would have believed it. They cannot see that at all. That is just a gray. It just blends with the background. They can't even see it. You think they would see that, but they can't. Heel, heel, heel. Sit. Back. See how he's looking around? Everything looks like a duck. He's learning to navigate through this stuff now. He's not giving in to his impulses. Good, good. He had an auto cast in there at the end, and Elliot and I, we were all talking about this earlier. There's been a couple dogs do that now. So we had a little auto cast in there. Other than that, he did a fantastic job in the blind. What happens is when they get up there towards the end and there's all those sticks and trees and limbs around them, they get impatient, and they know they're about to. They know they're about to get out of the water for that blind, and all those little sticks and stuff. When they're swimming, they kind of have a predetermined spot where they're going to get out, if that makes sense. And he picked that left side. Well, he auto casted that way. I gave 0 collar pressure, none. And I stopped him and cast him back up. He was fine. So what happens in there, you got to have patience as a handler as well, because your dog is going to get impatient when it comes to this stuff. So you have to slow down and be real patient when it comes to this stuff. That was 0 collar pressure in that entire setup. I mean, he did a good job. Did he get here? Heel. Come on, bud. Here. He screwed up the mark for sure. That's why we're training. Auto cast on the blind, not a big deal. So here, that's Granger, owned by Matt Yoakum. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys.